Wumi, what that Wumi think pay? Wumi is calling me. Hello, Wumites. Hello, Wumi.
Okay.
Wumi pè mí sìn.
Hello?
Hello, I'm going, Baba mi.
Program change.
Ayi wa ńbẹ̀ bàbá mi yẹn. Ẹgbẹ́ wa débẹ̀. Ṣé Daddy Wumi ló ń pè yẹn?
I want you to pay attention to this one. So, whilst we are seeking for justice for Mobad, Wumi, the wicked widow, obviously, in collaboration with Mobad's mother, they are plotting on how they will escape out of Nigeria. They have tried several means of getting evidence against Mobad's father. The first one was calling Mobad's father on phone, threatening Mobad's father in the hope that Mobad's father was going to respond aggressively. But that man, God helped him on that day. He was smart enough. He didn't say a word. He recorded what Wumi said to him. In fact, they did not, and when I say they, I mean the camp of Wumi did not know that Mobad's father had recorder on his phone. They looked at him as a camper, a local man, a man who knows nothing. But the man is now smart. He recorded what Wumi said and put it out on social media. When Wumi heard it, she had to come out again, pretending like she wasn't aware of it. Of course, obviously she heard it. They wanted to trap Mobad's father. They wanted him to say something. And this will be edited. And this is what they will put out on social media. Gistless Lover, that useless blog, will put it quickly on social media, claiming that Mobad's father was threatening cyberbullying Wumi, because this is exactly what Mobad's mother put out recently. If you've not watched that video, please do watch that video. She's trying to create this scenario, an impression that Mobad's father was cyberbullying her, or because this man is seeking for justice and saying vehemently that DNA is a must. Or is DNA not a must? My audience, is DNA not a must? Is it not part of the justice that we are seeking for? Well, you're about to hear more. You're about to hear more. This is deep. Wumi, you cannot escape. Anywhere you go to, you'll be found. In fact, you cannot get out of Nigeria. You cannot get out of Nigeria. Not at all. Airports, seaports, land, and even wherever, even if it is a tunnel that you want to, everywhere is being watched. You cannot escape this one. You must answer to the RIP of Mobad and simply avail the little boy called Liam for a DNA. For our international audience, as usual, you will be getting your translation as analysis progress. So our guest speaker is going to speak and then I will be doing the translation. But before we proceed, like and share this video, tap on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Very important. And to encourage this channel to do more, why don't you tap on the thanks button, the one with the love icon and the dollar sign in the middle of it. Let's get right into this one.
They gave us the impression where Naira Marley is on the run. We thank God that Naira Marley came back home. Those who raised the dust then are now the one traveling out, abandoning the justice. And the wife who brought this thing, who packaged the lies, she's now the one trying to run
the
outside
wicked.
the country. She can only relocate to Sambisa. She can't go outside this country. She's free to relocate to Sambisa. But let me give you some hints about what the interview that Mama granted. In that interview, gbogbo nǹkan tí ń sọ láti jọ́ ìní màmá yìí confam ló interview. Alátẹnujẹ ìgbà tí ó pe ìyàwó ọmọ ẹ tí ò kọ́kọ́ gbé call, àwọn méjèèjì ò gbé call. Ìgbà tó pè tó gbé call, ó dẹ̀ sọ fún ẹ pé ọmọ yẹn ní injury pé ní show lánàá, ó parọ́ pé ó ní injury ní show lánàá ní previous day. Kí ló fi end there? promise yín kò gbàgbé ó máa pè yín padà lórí ẹ̀. Àtẹnujẹ ló gbé lé ìyá lọ́wọ́ tó fi cover up tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nílé. Because ó ti mọrú ìyá yẹn ó gbé àtẹnujẹ tó need náà ló gbé lé lọ́wọ́. Ṣebí owó lẹ́yìn mọ̀ tí ní tẹ́fẹ́ gbà tí promise bá jí ó máa padà wá bá yín. At the end of the day, that woman ló wá inú ara ẹ̀ ló fi sọ pé òun tún lọ ṣọ́ọ̀bù níjọ́ yẹn. Ìwọ tó sọ pé ọmọ ẹ ó ní injury from the show. Ọmọ tó lè sọ fún wa pé wọ́n lé kiri. The same ọmọ yẹn ló dẹ̀ tún sọ fún wa pé ó ń sùn but ó ní injury from the show ó dẹ̀ lọ ṣọ́ọ̀bù instead of convert kó yọ bàtà lẹ́sẹ̀
kó máa sáré lọ síbẹ̀.
Ẹ máa mọ orú ìyá tí ìyá yẹn jẹ. On Karimo, let me tell you something about Karimo. Láti defend rẹ̀, Karimo pa irọ́ kan o, and Karimo must come back and explain what happened. Karimo sọ wípé Mohbad ní memory loss. Ó defend rẹ̀ at a point. Ó lóun sọ pé Mohbad ní mental health challenge. But it's just memory loss. And listen to the content of that tape. Don't leak here. There is nothing about memory loss issue in that tape. In fact, in that very tape, Mobad display full memory in that tape. In that same tape, take about the memory loss. Ṣé bóyá kẹ́ test ẹ̀ ni, kẹ́ test memory ẹ̀. Ṣé bí gbogbo ìgbà tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn, ṣé bóyá ká máa sọ fún wípé Mobad, why are you saying this now?
Exactly, come and challenge ẹ̀.
Come and challenge ẹ̀. Mobad was displaying full knowledge. Ó sọ pé family ẹ̀ ti ń ṣe rí. Eléyìí ló máa jẹ́ àṣemọ. Ó lè sọ fún ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yìí pé nǹkan tó máa ṣe ni o. Tí nǹkan kan bá ṣòun, you will now bring out all those things. And to round it up, Mobad now asked you a question on that very tape and you responded. Ṣé memory loss ló béèrè the right question lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ tí wọ́n ìyàwó dẹ̀ respond sí.
Ẹ kú làákàyè dáadé mi.
So the issue of mental breakdown, a mental health issue, the issue of memory loss is another lie. And to use that to even defend the allegation from Mobad is wicked.
Of course, they were just trying to pretend and act, manipulate.
Unity in the party. The question they ask her, joint interview Baba steps, Baba Leni is towards unity from the beginning. Baba yen tẹ̀lé yín lọ sí Kòròdú. Baba yen agree with you on everything you were doing. In fact, ibi tẹ́ máa mọ̀ wípé gbogbo nǹkan tí àwọn fi pamọ́ fún bàbá yẹn ló yẹ kí bàbá yẹn sọ the weapon láti bá wọn jà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Any death certificate lọ́wọ́ yín ẹ̀dẹ̀ keep ẹ̀ fún bàbá yẹn. In fact, bàbá yẹn, you are giving us the impression that bàbá yẹn almost went to Mobad out to sleep because ó ti di ilẹ̀ ti ṣúnjọ́ yẹn. Which you now want to use against the bad. People say Baba yẹn fẹ́ lọ bá ya Mohbad sùn lálẹ́ ẹjọ́ tó mẹ́ẹ̀kú. They wanted to use it against him. They were mocking him. Wípé Baba yẹn is useless. Well, yeah, one pé ó fẹ́ people fẹ́ wá sùnlé o because your place is closer to ibi tí Baba wà. Òru dẹ̀ ní around 3 a.m. If Baba yẹn kò dé mind. That means that the man did not see any division in the family at that point in time.
That's a cool làákàyè.
Ìgbà tí wọ́n ìyá lọ jókòó sí Lẹ́kí tí bàbá ọkọ ẹ, bàbá ọmọ ẹ tó wà ní Kòròdú, ṣé unity ni wọ́n ń wá ń gbà yẹn? Ìgbà tó máa ń ṣe interview fún wọn ní Lẹ́kí tí bàbá wà ní Kòròdú, ta ló kọ̀ sí division in the family? Why did you as a mother relocate gbogbo owó tó ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ Lẹ́kí, owó tó ń gbé lọ́wọ́ lé ẹ Lẹ́kí? O ò ṣe rántí gbà yẹn pé it's one family o, dáàdi wa wà ní Kòròdú o, ibẹ̀ ní ká yẹ jẹ́ kí gbogbo wa máa lọ o. If you wanted unity in family. Kẹ̀túmọ̀ wípé gbogbo nǹkan tó ń package nsìn, this conference of a team, you will know the script writer. The issue of using conference, doing all this documentation, láti lè wá divert àwọn attention àwọn èèyàn, láti lè ṣe document, láti travel, we know where it's coming from. There's somebody in Fraka that is writing this script for them. God is going to expose that person.
Great observation.
This lady too. Yes, if somebody in Fraka, we have had this kind of experience before, and we know the terrain, we know where they are going into. That woman, don't be surprised. It's possible that they have a secret of Mobad. But apart from that, that woman has mental, he has I don't want to insult her, but ọpọlọ ìyá yẹn dọ̀bálẹ̀. Ọpọlọ ẹ̀ dọ̀bálẹ̀. Yes. Everything tí ìyá yẹn sọ, ẹ máa mọ̀ yí pé somebody who is in her right senses, a woman for that matter, will not be saying it. Wọ́n kọ script fún ẹ, o tó react 41 days after Liam ló tó jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ Wùmí, ìyàwó ọmọ ẹ. It's a shame. Nígbà tí bàbá yẹn ní ò sí life àwọn ọmọ yẹn, o mọ primary school táwọn ọmọ yẹn lọ tó parọ́ mẹ́sìn. Are you not telling us that you are a failed mother by telling us all this? Now, you are telling us, Baba don't threaten life with cyberbullying. You are accusing Baba from the onset.
Exactly.
At that point in time, today, Baba on phone, Baba record. You will have used it against Baba. If Baba responded and Baba did not have the tape and you have the tape, you will manipulate the tape
exactly.
and use it against Baba.
Exactly.
If Baba has responded by things like that, they will have cut the tape and bring it out, Baba and bully and that is how Baba has been doing. That is their plan, to provoke that man so that they will have more materials for these things that they are doing. But that man did not respond. Many Nigerians will not know. Nobody is perfect. This is the time to rally around to support this man. Let me also support you on some things questions you ask. Land, there is Lamid. It's a nation name.
Shembo. Muslim bear it. Shembo. Daddy remember me to suffer what Muslim
bear it. It is possible somebody want to play on the intelligence and bring Liam. Liam can also be an Irish name. But your claim may also be correct. If we look at the Bitomayelo delivery and the issue to surround the issue, it's possible that somebody is playing on our intelligence.
Good thinking. Good thinking.
Let me now plan it up. See, these people telling us there is no need for DNA. They are telling us that in Mobad kò ní any issue pẹ̀lú paternity ọmọ yẹn. If that is the position, why are you asking Mama a question that will validate the paternity of Liam? Why are you bringing that question to Mama? If paternity is not an issue in this case, it means that there is something that you know that is still not close. And Baba has told you that in 100 years' time, the question may be asked about paternity of his grandson. And that is why he wants it close once and for all. If there is no need for that, you wouldn't be asking that woman about question one daddy, Mobad doubt paternity ọmọ yẹn rí. For you to be asking is an admission of the fact that that case has not been closed, and we must close it by DNA. Thank you.
Daddy, am I still no? Daddy, Professor, I have a question for.
Okay.
Ẹ bá wa tọ́ ìmọ́lẹ̀ sí pa lọ́ọ̀yà tó pè nígbà tí Mobad kú yẹn. Ẹ bá mi tọ́ ìmọ́lẹ̀ sí sàn.
See, the suspicion about properties is confirmed by the presence of that lawyer. Is to quickly finish documentations of his assets and his royalties. That means that there have been a plan all along. 30, everything about Mobad. And that confirmed the motives. There are two motives. Motives over property, no motive of covering up the paternity of Liam. Those are the two allegations. And what happened with the presence of lawyers that day, that lawyer that was present that day, confirmed these allegations. So we are not saying it confirmed the crime, but it raises suspicion about what we are talking about. Kí ni lawyer one bed, kí ni almost 6 months, Ngwalori documents properties. Kí ni iṣẹ́ lawyer níbẹ̀ yẹn láàárọ̀ ọjọ́ yẹn, kí lẹ gba death certificate tẹ keep ẹ̀ fún bàbá fún. Because everything is tailored towards early burial, but you don't want to be the one to be the picture of it. And that is why Mama was called. Baba was not called. The plan was that Mama should come, come package the narrative here, come be fun. If you ever saw fun, no man, if you ever saw fun, you don't cook, no man, not be fun or But me Baba she appear, this thing here, no destabilize everything. And the presence of that man help us to know the identities of people there. Tí Baba yẹn ò bá lọ, ní mọ̀ pé lawyer present. Tí Baba yẹn ò bá lọ, ní mọ̀ pé kí ni ẹ̀jẹ̀ nǹkan kan tí bàbá yẹn ò bá lọ àní mọ̀ wípé bí abẹ́ staircase náà gbé sí nobody was ready kò sẹ́ tó fẹ́ fún wa anything a star tẹ́ ẹ sọ pé fẹ́ fún níbẹ̀ befitting burial lẹ́yìn gbé sí abẹ́ staircase kò wá ẹ̀ lè tẹ́ sínú yàrá ẹ̀mọ́ lókè rí any other place ẹ̀ lè tẹ́ sí ẹ̀dẹ̀ sọ pé bàbá yẹn ló rush ó kàn sí bí ẹ̀dìyẹ ẹ̀yin bá ti present ẹ̀ bí obi òkú adìyẹ náà òkú kẹ́ntì ta ló wò pẹ́ àmọ́ ẹni tó wẹ̀ up to now so the presence of lawyer in that house ó help wa láti mọ̀ pé ọlọ́pàá ní láti investigate àwọn forgery tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́ that forgery is still ongoing over Mohbad's assets attempt to swing that property away from the family to the son and cover up the paternity of Liam is an issue that government needs, and that may be the motive behind this crime to investigate. Thank you.
Welcome back. Welcome back. We live in a world of wickedness. A world of wickedness. So, Mohbad's mother granted an interview recently, and in this interview, she said some things that didn't go down well with a lot of people. She tried to create this pity party kind of thing. She wanted people to believe that she is innocent. She wanted people to believe that Mohbad's father is a cruel man and that Mohbad's father had done terrible things to her. And she touched on the infidelity issue that was raised by some people, not Mohbad's father. Mohbad's father has not even said anything as regards these things. No, not at all. Mohbad's father has not said one single word about infidelity or the reason why Mohbad's father is not, Mohbad's mother is not there. He only said this woman has not been in the life of these children. Now, the woman said something else again. She said that Mobad and his siblings often come to her for holidays after their split. And she talked about how the split happened. That she now gave food to one person. Mohbad's father was there. If you've not watched that video, please watch the video because I'm not going to touch too much on it. I want to touch on the present one. So, the audio recording that Mohbad's father released was actually put out and plotted to rope Mohbad's father, but he was able to overcome that one. So here we are now. Wunmi was on a mission to escape from Nigeria. As you all know, everything has been locked down. All their plan and whatever it is that they put together did not work. None of these things work. None of these things worked. So they are like, what should we do? How do we go about it? How do we create something that will push the anger of the people seeking for justice for Mohbad on Mohbad's father? At the beginning, they created a narrative. They kept quiet when Mohbad's father was being bullied. But the man was able to tell his truth. And people added one and one to the other. People cross-checked what he said. And they realized that this man is saying the truth. Absolute truth. Now, according to the caller, Wunmi already had a copy of Mohbad's death certificate. This would have enabled them put Mobad in the morgue. But Wunmi did not release it. Are you shocked? Wunmi did not release it. He allowed Mohbad's father to go on an endless journey of looking for how to get what already Wunmi had on her hands. That's what. Now, Wunmi's mother came out talking, and from observation, people realized that she was actually working on a script. Everything that is coming out of her mouth was being scripted. Everything that was walking out of her mouth, turning out of her mouth, jumping out of her mouth was actually scripted. Certain individuals had told her what to say, but unfortunately, she could not even say it as she should put it. She just kept on blabbing and trying to create a kind of pity party and all of that, but that didn't sway people. I'm sure that she and her handlers will be on social media right now trying to check the temperature to see how people reacted, to see how people responded to this one. They will definitely try to know what people are saying about the whole issue. And then they will go back to their drawing board and seek for ways, something to do, how to manipulate once again, how to create lies, falsehood, something for them. Their plot is just for how they can escape out of Nigeria based on threat to their lives. Whereas there is nothing. Actually, Mohbad's father is the one that is being threatened. Mohbad's father is actually the one that is being bullied. Now, according to this caller, if you look further into Mohbad's mother's speech and Wumi's call and all that we have seen all through, even from Iyabo Ojo, actress Iyabo Ojo and Tonto Dike, Iyabo Ojo Chekpeteri and all of that, you will realize there are two motives. One, how to manipulate and take hold of Mohbad's property. And what is this property? The young man was an upcoming artist. It wasn't like one of the top tiers. It wasn't on the top tiers of music artists in Nigeria. But the RIP of this man exposed a lot of things, brought him to limelight, put a lot of things out there. Now, one, like I said, property, money. Let's just cut the crap. What is the property that Mohbad has? He didn't really have property. What they were interested in is the money. Mohbad has accrued a lot. Revenue has skyrocketed. As at this moment, as at this time, we are hearing that Mohbad is worth something in the range, if I am not mistaken, but that is what we are hearing, that Mohbad is worth something in the range of $15 million or $10 million. That's a lot of money for someone who is not A-list, B-list, C-list music artist in Nigeria. People do not even know Mohbad. But here we are today talking about Mohbad. Everywhere people are talking about Mohbad. Justice for Mohbad, and nothing more. It is so sad. Terrible, isn't it? Well, they did their scripting. They did all that they could do to sit on Mohbad's revenue, and two, to make sure that paternity is not done. Should something force them to do paternity, they know that they stand at a loss. They know that that child does not belong to Mohbad. So what is the way out? Now, about the name that they gave to the little baby, Liam. Mohbad is a Christian. How come his son bears Liam? Now, when I check the origin of that name, Liam, it could be traced to Arabic origin and also Irish origin, depending on the spelling and also the pronunciation. But being that Wumi is a Muslim, from what we know, even if she's not a Muslim, there is a man that has been fingered in the baby saga, DNA thing of this Mobad of a thing. There is a man, and he's a Muslim. It's called Obelegushi. He has been fingered several times. In fact, it started from one of the boys of the king, Sam Larry, and it trickled down. Finally, people were able to see the light. What exactly is this all about? You'll be wondering, why is there so much cover-up? Why has Wunmi refused to avail that little boy for a DNA test? What is the big deal about DNA? What is the big deal about DNA? Why should this be covered up? Why are we talking about DNA? If truly Wunmi loves Mobad, if truly Wunmi has that true pain inside of her for the RIP of Mobad, I don't think by this time, by now, we'll be talking about this. We will not be talking about this. We will not be talking about this. We will be in a different, frame of mind. We'll be talking about something else. But unfortunately, this is not what it is. We are here talking about name, talking about DNA, talking about what we should not be talking about, because certain groups of people have sat down, they have calculated within themselves, how do we manipulate the people? How do we cover up? But we want to assure them that they have failed. You have failed. You have failed because, Wunmi, there is no way that you are going to escape out of Nigeria without being caught. You cannot get out of Nigeria. All your wickedness, all your evil plots are all out in the open. There is no hiding place for you. Wickedness of the highest order. Or isn't it? Is this not wickedness of the highest order? Just imagine. Imagine this wickedness. So all of these things are out there, and now let us proceed further. Now, Mohbad's mother tried to paint a picture of division in the family, but upon closer observation, we heard certain things from Mohbad's mother where she talked about Mohbad's father coming to sleep over that day around 3 a.m. because it was late and all of that. She tried to paint a picture as if Mohbad's father wanted to come and do some, benching. Whereas the man was not saying division. The man was thinking of how to solidify and how to, in fact, the man was knocked down. Like, what are we going to do? With all of our infighting, it has now ended up into this. But obviously, Mohbad's mother had alternative or has some ulterior motive. She has some alternatives or something else. And the alternative is to embrace the family of Wunmi. And now that money jumped into her account, you know the rest of the story. All of a sudden, Mohbad's father is of no use. Mohbad's father is of no use. She only wants us to see the wickedness of Mohbad's father, how bad Mohbad's father was to her when they were together. Now, with all of these things that are out there in public, what do you think? Is DNA not the most important at this time? Obviously, we are waiting on the autopsy. Drop your comment about this one because it's getting serious. It's getting hot. People are not happy. People are not happy with the development and how Mohbad's mother has handled it, how Mohbad's mother is acting at this time. People are not happy. They believe that Mohbad's mother should stand by Mohbad's father, regardless of their differences. In fact, let us even forget Mohbad's father. We believe that both of them should stand by justice. Justice for Mohbad and nothing more. Rather than all of these internal crises that they're trying to put out in public and pretend like this is not important. How does this get justice? Why can't Mohbad's mother pressure Wunmi to avail that little boy for a DNA test? End of discussion. She is trying to make us believe that the reason why Mohbad's father is requesting for DNA is the same reason why Mohbad's father alleged that she was a cheat and she messed up the family. If you've not watched that video, please do. See you guys in the next update. Justice for Mobad.